All right, guys, welcome back to the layout. So let me just position this camera. All right, so this is going to be another layout update on what I've been doing, but basically this this update is going to be primarily just to show you how I'm going to operate this layout. So I actually got one of my other New Haven locomotives out and running again. It's been sitting in a box for almost a year, or a little over a year since I took down the other layout. So let's talk about how I'm going to operate this layout. All right, so like my other New Haven layout I had, I used switch lists. So I decided that's exactly what I'm going to do on this one. Just to show you an example of what it looks like. This is a wheel report or switch list, and it was based off of a real switch list from another railroad. Back when the New Haven was around, they didn't have switch lists. Well, they did, but the the conductors made up their own lists. So there wasn't a specific form that they used. What the New Haven did use is waybills. So the conductor would sort through the waybills and then figure out the switch list. So let's just look at this a little closer. So we'll just start basically right over here. So you have the initial. So just say if it's a Rutland box or a, for instance, that, let's see, the Seaboard car. So you can either write Seaboard or do an abbreviation. So that would go here, the number of the car, the kind of car, which is a box car or a flat or a tank. If it's a load or an empty, where it's going from and where it's going to, and then movement type. And then you also have the remarks section. So let's just talk about the movement type just for a second. So the movement can either be a place, a pull, a respot, a reload. It all depends on what you're doing. So let's just look at these cars here. So you got 3 cars sitting at this industry. You got the Rutland, the Seaboard, and you got the tank car. So just say if a train comes in and the switch list basically states that the Rutland is getting pulled, this will be respotted, and this will be respotted. So whether or not we have another boxcar coming in, this if I do have another boxcar coming in, that boxcar would have to go in the switch list would designate basically where it goes. So in a lot of cases, you're pulling this one and not this one, and they have to respot this one. So it definitely makes for an interesting layout operation session. So that's basically what the movement is. So going back to the wheel report, you have movement. Again, it's either going to be a pull, spot, place, respot, reload, what have you. Now, miscellaneous remarks, that could be just say a car is going in, it's going to be going to a specific dock number, or that one has to go against the moving or the bumping block, something like that. You can get as fancy as you want as far as the miscellaneous remarks. It can definitely add a lot of cool things to your operating session. So, but this Sunday, you'll see a sample switching session I'll do in this layout, and I'm going to make up a wheel report. All right, so now that you saw that, these will definitely be in use. And also, I'm going to start with these, and then eventually I'm going to introduce the waybills. Now, the waybills of what I'm going to be using is the Micromark waybill cards. They're also known as car cards, but it's the closest I can get to a waybill. So some other operating aspects of the layout. So keep in mind, this layout is only 14 feet long for now until the next expansion, which I will make that announcement probably in the next month or so. Being 14 feet long, you only can fit so many people. So I can fit comfortably 2, possibly 3 operators, and then a yard master. So the yard master is going to control the switches that you normally can't reach by hand. So those switches are not powered yet, but the yard master panel is being built as we speak. So that's going to be going in sooner than later. So again, we got 2 to 3 operators plus a yard master. I'm going to have train symbols designated just like the New Haven did. So I'm going to have NX1, NX2, and NX4 for this layout. All right. And that's basically what, those are the 3 trains that will run on this layout. And they're going to be assigned to certain areas of the layout. So I have a Bell Dock switcher. I'm going to have a manufacturer's switcher, and then also for this staging area, a switcher assigned to that. So on this layout, I also have 15 industries, believe it or not. So some are just basic industries, and then you're going to have other industries serving another industry on this layout. So you're going to have the gas plant on the other side of this wall, and they're going to give full tank cars to this industry here. So you're going to see tank cars being moved from point A to point B, going from the yard to another yard, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm trying to think what else we can go over. I'm going to try to keep the operating sessions as simple as possible. I don't want to overcomplicate them, but I've operated on 4 other New Haven railroad layouts. They all operate pretty much the same with some type of wheel report or switch lists. But I'm going to add, additionally, I'm going to add like a informational sheet on the layout. I may have speed restrictions, and also I'm going to possibly put in a map. A friend of mine has a New Haven railroad that he has a map that goes along with the switch list, so people or operators know where the industries are and what tracks are which. So I found that to be helpful, so I think I may do that here as well. So that's pretty much it on this update. Again, I just wanted to talk about how this layout is going to be operated. So I'm going to come out with an operating video Sunday, and you'll see this area being switched out. Haven't decided how I'm going to do it, but it'll definitely be fun to watch. So if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell so you can be notified when I have updates. I'm trying to do regular updates on this channel now when I can. So again, Friday nights is for just layout updates. Saturday is for any type of workbench or how-to. And Sundays is going to be dedicated just for operations. So again, thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. And I'll see you at the next layout update. Have a good night.